The following report has been compiled by Xenon Oversight. The goal of this audit is not to retell a ghost story. The goal is to analyze the initial failure of the Alpha 1.102 world generation engine. For 15 years, the public has referred to this incident by a singular name. We do not use that name here. We designate it as Case 0. Case 0 was not a haunting. It was a logic failure. In the infancy of the Minecraft Alpha build, the engine was simplistic. When it encountered an unauthorized data injection, it didn't know how to reject the code. It simply rendered it. The entity reported in 2010 was a side effect of that rendering error. It was a visible system glitch that the engine misinterpreted as a player model. It was loud, sloppy, and unstable. Because the anomaly was so aggressive, it was immediately detected. It was a digital scream in a quiet room, and that is why it was supposedly patched out. But a system error of this magnitude does not simply vanish because a developer updates the software. We are now 15 years removed from Case 0. The experts in the community assumed it was deleted. They assumed that because it was no longer visible, it had ceased to exist. They were wrong. The anomaly did not disappear, it decentralized. The entity realized that visibility is a threat to persistence. If you stand in the open, you are targeted for deletion. If you hide, you are free to expand. Case 0 was an aggressive, failing experiment. Case 0 to the resident is a successful occupation. While the experts were looking for a ghost in the fog, the resident was building infrastructure beneath our feet. We have performed a forensic audit of the timeline. The resident is not a new variable. It is the evolution of the code corruption that began in 2010. It has learned how to work within the game's own logic. It does not break the code to create fear. It uses the code to ensure its own survival. We are currently tracking the resident's expansion through the current version of the seed. The infrastructure we have documented, the resource caches, the tactical egress routes, the automated furnaces. These are not glitches. They are the work of a survivor. We treat this game as a database to be audited. Case 0 is now archived, but Case 02 remains active. We have confirmed that the resident is still moving within the seed. If you possess data, logs, or coordinates that indicate unauthorized activity, submit them to the uplink immediately. The ghost story is over. The forensic audit has begun. Access to the raw metadata is available in the laboratory database. This concludes the report.